I mean, like just from like YouTube videos and stuff. I never actually used the platform itself.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm just gonna run you down through all of this and exactly what it means. So before anything, you also said that you've seen people trading on TradingView, Thinkorswim, all of that, but you never had the chance to actually go out and explore those options yourself, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, got you. Uh, Now there's two things, bro. TradingView, I'm gonna explain you exactly because I actually do use TradingView. TradingView, in a sense, yeah, you can actually see the charts and everything, but in my opinion, bro, to be quite honest, trading, I don't know if you can see this, but TradingView is, bro, you gotta have your browser always open, and I don't know, for some reason I just fucking hate that. What I have is actually have the actual app on Thinkorswim, but TradingView, this is TradingView. You gotta have your browser open, and yeah, and I pretty much don't understand it, bro. So I'm not trading on TradingView. The only thing that I use TradingView for is gonna be for my watch list. So now let's go and start all the way with the strategy that I use. uh as you probably know, with options and everything like that, with options, you're gonna have a bunch of odds against you, and some of the odds are gonna be the following: you're gonna have time decay, you're gonna have the expiration date, and you have many other different things that I'm pretty much not gonna go in depth because I don't want you to get confused. You have delta, you have theta. Pretty much means how much money you're gonna be losing on a day, on a daily basis, if the stock itself that you purchase is not above the level that you picked, meaning that if the stock doesn't move on your way that you were waiting for, let's say that you were actually betting for the stock market to move up on options, if it doesn't go up, if it moves sideways, or if it goes down on a daily basis, depend, and once again, it all depends on the numbers that they give you in the theta and data. You're probably gonna be losing some money and time decay, and as time moves on, and as as you're approaching to that expiration date, you're gonna be losing a shit ton of money if the stock hasn't moved at all. So that's one thing that I hate. And also, I'm gonna use this for example. Also, right here, let's say that you purchase. This is not my strategy, but I'm just gonna show you just so I can give you an example on options. So let me remove all of this. Remove all studies. Okay, so let's say that you purchase. I don't know. Let's say that you purchase some longs, right? You were betting for Nvidia to go up on this candle, right?
Hmm.
You purchased it at 500. I'm just saying 500. I'm just giving you a round number, $500. Now, because it went down, now you lost some premium, you lost some money, and now since it's not going your way, bro, trust me, at the moment that it goes down, you're actually losing a shit ton of money. And the moment that it comes back up, like let's say to this level, you might be thinking, because you enter at this price, you might be thinking that you're gonna be breaking even at this point. But bro, because options is so, it's it fluctuates a lot, and once again, time decay, theta, data, and all of that applies. Bro, at this point, you might be thinking that you're gonna be breaking even, but at this point, you're still gonna be at the negative. You're probably gonna be breaking even once you hit this range right here. And the longer it's gonna be under the price that you purchased that. Let's say it takes a whole hour and is actually fluctuating under the price that you purchased it at. That means that whenever it comes back down to your price, to your initial price that you bought at, you're not gonna be breaking even. You're still gonna be in the negative. And once again, the longer that you're gonna be fluctuating, the longer it's gonna take you for you to break even. So let's say it took you 4 hours for you to break this level. You're probably gonna be breaking even around this point, when in reality you should be making money. So for me, that's it's a high risk, high reward play whenever it comes to options. But I did make a shit ton of money back in 2021. But at this point, I'm not trying to risk it all, bro. Just for me to make money when I'm already making money with shares itself. So now let's go back into my whole strategy, bro. So what I do is I trade mid cap stocks. So mid cap stocks, they're not blue chip stocks. They're not like big stocks like Nvidia, Facebook. What else? They're not like Apple. None of that. So with mid cap stocks, I'm gonna show you an example of them, bro. They move a lot on a daily basis. They can move from 5 to 10, 20, maybe 30% in on a daily basis, and that's regular for mid cap stocks. because you have a shit ton of details and a lot of many different indicators that are going to show that's going to move, such as you got volume, meaning that if you see a shit ton of investors or a shit ton of people buying a certain stock, that certain stock's gonna move a lot on a daily basis, like 5, 6, 7, 10%. Unlike Tesla, Nvidia, bro, they barely move 3%, 4% on a daily basis. And that's because even if there's an investor putting in $10 million into that particular blue chip company, Tesla, Nvidia is not gonna react to nothing because that's just already big. But now, if you have a blue chip account, I mean, if you have a blue chip stock, bro, if someone puts 10 million, 20 million, bro, that shit's just gonna fly through the roof. So that's why I love and that's why I like trading this stocks. But for some reason, it's just not loading up. Let me see what's going on. Are you able to see anything, or is it still loading up for you as well?
It's still low enough for me as well.
Okay, that's dumb. I really don't know what's going on. Let me see. RGTI. RGTI. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is one trade that I took. Bro, first of all, you do not know anything about my strategy, nothing like that. But based on what you're seeing right here, what can you tell me about my strategy so far? So this is how much I risked, and this is how much I was able to make. I think that this trade I was able to make like $6,000.
Well, one thing that I could tell from watching your YouTube videos and stuff like that, I noticed that you said something about like you wait for it to be at an uptrend, and it's obviously at an uptrend, right? You
Yeah,
look at volume, which is that little candle that you have circled with the blue
yeah,
right there. Obviously, there's a lot of volume compared to, all the previous ones, and you wait for your SMAs to be pretty much stacked up on top of each other.
yeah. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna delete all of this so you can have somewhat of a clear example real quick. So, bro, this is one of my best trades that I've ever had. And as you can see right here, every single little line was when I actually trimmed. I actually took profits. So I enter here. My first take profits was 20%, which was here, then 30, then 40, then 50, and then it kept going up. Then I added some more right here, and then it kept going up into the point that this right here is my stop loss, and to the point that my stop loss, it went all the way from the Y line all the way to the top, and then it kept going up, and I officially cut the trade loose on this candle right here, because at this point, once we break the 10, I'm gonna get to that, but once we break the 10, that is pretty much it. We just say goodbye to the stock, and that is it. So now let me delete all of this. So clear draw set. Now, bro, so this is exactly what I look for. And I'm gonna show you the exact same stocks that I'm gonna be looking for on Monday for me to trade. So when I traded this stock, the this company looked like this right before I entered. So this company looked like this. So this was my exact same vision when I seen this stock. So one of the few key things that I seen was, okay, first things first, we have my first requirement, which is going to be that the stock's going to be moving on an uptrend. You're right. So boom, stock moving on an uptrend. Requirement checked. Second requirement is gonna be, you also said it right. SMA's got to be stacked up in order. You got the 10, 21, my bad. You got, yeah, the 10, 21, 50, and 200 SMA. So these are just moving averages. And to be completely honest, you do not need them when it comes to, a lot of people use SMAs as, whenever the 10 crosses the 9, or whatever, whenever the 10 crosses the 200, that's when you should be selling, that's what you should be buying, bro. I don't take that approach. What I use it for is for me to gauge the market. If I see that every single SMA is stacked up like this in numerical order, you got the 10, 21, 15, 200. At this point, I enter, and because the SMAs are showing me that we are in a bullish momentum. Now, if the SMAs are all over the place, I'm gonna show you an example of what I mean with that. If the SMAs are all over the place, that right there is just a clear bad example, and I do not take any stock when the SMAs are all fucked up, because 9 times out of 10 they're probably just gonna go down. So now this on this particular stock right here, I already seen that we made a huge move up, Then we see that the SMAs were stuck up. So I was like, okay, okay, what? So I'm gonna add this stock into my watch list. I have my watches right here. I just added it to my watches, and what I did is I just waited for a break of structure. So in this case right here, when we actually open the break, let me see if I can go up one more candle to the left, to the right. There you go. That candle right there. Fuck. This candle right here was a break of structure. What do I mean with break of structure? This right here, we have been rejecting this level for the past week or week and a half, and I'm gonna show you other examples. This is not the only example that we have. So we have been rejecting this level right here this week. Then this particular week we have rejected it as well. Then we rejected it as well. And then once we actually came back down to the 10 and 21, we bounced right here. To be completely honest, this candle right here could have been the perfect entry, but I missed it because as you can see right here, the volume is way greater than the other days. But fuck, it still worked out. And then once we broke this structure right here at 1743, as you can see right here, the volume. I mean, you already told me about it, but you can see right here the volume. It's as clear as day that the volume is just insane compared to the other days. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna enter, and I enter with. I think I enter with no more than $3,000-4,000, and I was able to make like $6,000. I think I entered with like three, something like that. But as you can see right here, once you enter, what you're supposed to do is you put your stop all the way at the low of day. I'm pretty sure you already know how that works, right? Putting your stop loss and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put your stop all the way at the low day, and this is the thing with this trades, bro. With this trades, you would always see that this stocks as soon as you enter, these motherfuckers are just gonna jump up. So for example, if you would have entered today, this is today, this is the 1 minute time frame, bro. This stocks would always just shoot up and never come back down to your stop loss. So in this case right here, when I entered, my stop loss was at the low of the day, and my targets were the following. You got the 10, my bad, you got 20%, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way to 100. And of course, with trim from 30% to 40% of your original investment every time you go up on intervals of 10. Is that clear enough?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay, perfect. So, and then after that, bro, of course, I usually don't set up some take profits because this motherfuckers can easily fly like 10, 200%, 100%. So I don't set up some take profits. What I do set up is stop loss. And I'm gonna show you exactly how I set them up and everything on my broker. But over, just looking at the overview of this trade, bro, this trade was a massive trade that I took, and I actually added more right here because we got some volume coming in, and actually this day also I added some more because look at this volume. So let's say I think it was I added some more in this 2 days, but even let's just see. Give me a second. There you go. Let's just see if you would have added some more in this day. That right there could have been your stop loss and your take profit. It's all the way once again 20, 30, 40. But that right there is like a 1 to 7 risk to reward, which is fucking nuts. Yeah, but that is pretty much it. I'm gonna show you exactly how I find my stocks and everything, so you can easily just find them yourself. I'm gonna send you my watch list as well. But so far, does this make sense?
It does. It's honestly, I thought it was gonna be like super complicated, but
It's
the
not,
way
bro.
you explain it, it's like you just need everything to align.
Yeah, bro. Trust me, it's not complicated at all. Also, bro, I don't know if you can notice it, but right here, since when I added it, when I re-added more shares, it's because the we actually my setup pretty much came back again. As you can see, the setup, we made a huge move up to the top. Then we have the SMAs at 10, 21, 15, 200 all stacked up, and we retraced back to the 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after we retrace back to the 10, I'm telling you, a bunch of beginners are gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta sell," because at this point, I think I was up like 60%. So once we retrace back to the 10, me, I just looked at it as another opportunity because, bro, look, we retraced back to the 10. At this point, I just seen some volume on this day, or it could have been this day because the volume is actually not bad. You enter on this day with putting your stop loss all the way at the low of day and just go back for another leg. As you can see, like this played out perfectly. Boom.
Yeah, that's honestly, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, it's like this simple. And I'm gonna show you another one, RGTI. I'm gonna show you another one that I took for. Why the fuck is this shit not loading?
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this loads. I'm gonna show you my watch list. So let me know. Can you see this?
Yeah, boom boom.
Okay.
Boom
Okay.
boom made me lose out on $800.
Shit, bro. I but look, I'm gonna show you my watch list. So my watch list is as simple as it gets. I really don't overcomplicate anything because I'm telling you, bro, the reason why I was unprofitable the first year, the first two, and also the pretty much throughout my whole career, but the first year and a half, my first 2 years, bro, I have a picture. I wish I can find it. I'm actually gonna put it right here in this video, but I have a picture, bro. I will have my charts with like more than 10 different indicators. I will have the RSI, the MACD, the stochastics. I will have volume. I will have like a bunch of SMAs. Bro, anything, any type of indicator that you can find on YouTube, I would just add it. And I'm telling you, like that shit made me so unprofitable. It made me lose a shit ton of money because I would just, bro, that shit would just confuse the fuck out of me. Like one indicator or two indicators would say to buy, and another three would say sell, and I would be so confused. I wouldn't know what to do, and I would just buy and just hope for the best with no stop loss, no nothing, no plan. I would just buy. That's it.
Nah, yeah, I definitely get that because I remember when like I first started, everybody was saying that VWAP was like the best indicator that there was, and the moment like VWAP touches the candles, like go long, I lost that. I would have trend lines, EMAs, SMAs. I would have everything on my charts.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. VWAP, I use it sometimes, but not really in the way that you might think about. I don't use once again. I don't use any indicators for me to go in, nothing like that. I just use the indicators for me to gauge the market. For example, on the 1 minute, I would. It's actually here. Let me actually show you. Let me go back to RGTI. Look, I actually got it saved right here. So loading sets. I got a set just for VWAP, as you can see. Now I only use it for the 1 minute, just so I can gauge the market. So whenever I'm trying to enter a stock, if the stock opens up pretty much on top of the VWAP, I just know that we're gonna be in an uptrend. If we open up under the VWAP, I know that we're gonna be under on a downtrend. But mind you, this doesn't work 100% of the time. But it's kind of like me gauging the market and taking some precautions before I just enter, and it helps me out. Yeah, my true indicators, which are not indicators, it's just volume and price action. That's it.
Yeah, volume and price action.
Yeah, but I never, even though it works, I never use VWAP as something like, oh, I gotta wait for the stock to come back to the VWAP and for me to enter. I never, ever, ever use that, bro, ever. But I have it right there just so I can gauge the market. Same thing with the EMAs. But that is pretty much everything that I have. Now look, this is exactly what I use for me to see my stocks and I enter my stocks. Give me a second. Can I? Okay, look, bro. So remember how I told you I do use TradingView?
Hmm.
So with TradingView, I have a screener. I'm telling you, bro, this screener is so clutch because this screener would actually screen every single stock that you would actually want it to screen. So for example, for me, the stocks that I wanna see is gonna be a stock that moves 5% on a day, as you can see right there. So the change has to be 5% in one day. So that's the first filter that I add. So 5% in one day, and then market cap. I want to make sure that we are from $2 billion all the way to $10 billion. That right there is going to be a mid cap stock, 2 billion to 10 billion. You can put 15 billion, But for me, I'd rather stay on this range because I mean that's what works for me. And if it's not broken, why fix it? You know?
Fix it, yeah.
Yeah. So 2 billion to 10 billion. Then after that, we come in with the SMAs. What I want to make sure is that I add the 10, 21, 50, and 200 SMA. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because we want to make sure that every single SMA is going to be under the price, as you can see right here, under the price, under the price, under the price, under the price. Now, when once you're done pretty much scanning all of this, what you're going to do is it's going to give you a list of all of the stocks that have showed up more than 5% overnight. They're going to be under the SMAs on the daily time frame, and that are mid cap stocks, and that is pretty much everything, bro. And all you need to do is just go through every single stock. And this is what I do every morning. Every morning I wake up, I refresh the page, and what I do is I just go stock by stock, and I just put it into I almost said Price Labs, into Thinkorswim, and if I see a my setup that I like, if I see my A+ setup, I just send it. I do not think about it. I do not overanalyze it. I don't do none of that. I just send it, send my stop loss, and that is pretty much it. There's not too much to pretty much do and with this strategy. And one thing that I can tell you is that this strategy is 30% profitable. Now you might be thinking, oh, 30% profitable, it's not good. Bro, every singular time that I lose from $150 to $200. Every time I win from 500 to 2,500 every singular time. So that's three times out of 10 that I win, and every time I lose from 150 to $200. So far, does that make sense so far? All of this?
Yeah, yeah, I put it in my notes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So the change market cap. Let me see. We used to have volume as well, but I got rid of that because, to be completely honest, didn't do anything. But I might fuck around with it. I might give it a try one more time, see if we can add a volume. Because I think that I mean, this works already, but I might actually re-add volume, and I'll let you know if it makes it a little bit better. Now that we have that out of the way, bro. Now, before you enter a stock, I don't know if you ever done this before, but there's a certain calculation, there's a certain formula that you're supposed to have. I don't know if you know that formula for you not to be risking a lot. Do you know about it?
Risk management.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much that. But do you know what type of formula I'm talking about?
Honestly, no.
Okay, I got you, bro. Oh, good. So look, this is gonna be what I'm talking about. So this is the calculator that I use. So that's what I'm telling you, bro. If I was you, start with a somewhat decent size account, like 15,000, 20,000. That'd be better. And trust me, you will never ever blow it up with this strategy. I'm giving you everything, bro. So I'm gonna give you. I'm sending you this. It's gonna be my calculator that I use, and I'm gonna show you how to use it right now. So we have that. Now, bro, look. So let's say that you're gonna be funding your account with $15,000, right? Let's say the minimum $15,000. Now, risk, we always want to make sure we are 0.5 risk, meaning that we always are gonna be losing 0.5% of our account. If you do the math right here, we're only gonna be risking $190. Wait, actually, not really. I still gotta do the math. Let's say that we go in. Fuck it, I'm just gonna make up some numbers since this is not even loading. Let's say we're gonna go in at the price of $23, 23, and the stop loss is gonna be all the way at 22.84. Let's just say. On this particular stock, bro, I want you to pay attention to this. On this particular stock, you can go in based on your account size, you can go in with 233 shares. That is going to be a position of $5,000. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but at the same time, bro, once you put your stop loss, which is going to be 22.84, bro, look, you're your tolerated risk, meaning the most that you're gonna lose with this fucking with this fucking play is gonna be $75. But now the when you're gonna be winning is gonna be 20% of that. That's gonna be our first trim. Now let's just do some quick math. Your first trim is gonna be at 20%. So we're gonna do $5,000. Let's just round it out. 5,300 times 20%. This is gonna be our first trim. It's gonna be an extra 1,000. So if you add this to, now this is gonna be profit. It's gonna be 6,300. So now you're gonna have 6,300. 6,300. Now times that times let's say 30% because that's how much you're gonna be cutting your pretty much your profits, bro. You're only risking $75 to make on your first trim $1,800. I mean, I
Risky 75. That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you know too much about risk management, but bro, this is a crazy, crazy, crazy play. Like, there's not a lot of risk that you're putting into the account itself, and you're gonna be making a shit ton of money. And this is only your first trim, because mind you, stocks like this only move 20%, bro. Yeah, bro, this shit can move 20% in 2 days, or it can move 20% in one day. But yeah, so another thing is gonna be that this shit can also go all the way to 100%. That means that you're gonna be making an extra $5,000. If that makes sense. And everything that you risk is only $75.
Dude, man. All I gotta say is where you been at? Where you been at? Where
bro,
you been at, man?
bro, trust me, you will never ever blow up your account because even if you lose every singular trade for the next 30 days, you're only risking $70, bro. It's gonna take you a while for you to blow up your account, even if you lose every single trade. But this is the thing: with that strategy, you're never gonna lose every single trade, bro. You're only gonna be losing 7 out of 10 trades, and 3 out of them are gonna be winners.
Nah, yeah, man. That really helps because I honestly didn't know nothing about risk management. I remember when I was trading options, it was just like one contract. And, I'll be like, if I thought it was gonna be a good thing, I'll go in with 10. But I'm like this is definitely game changing right here, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Also, bro. One thing that I can tell you is that this right here does not apply to options, bro. If bro, I don't even trade options, but I was doing the math. If I was gonna go with and play some options, I would go in with no more than $300 to $500. And mind you, out here I'm going in with 5,000, 7,000, $8,000 per trade, right? But I'm gonna show you my position as well. But on this one right here, I actually know how much money I'm gonna be losing. With options, everything fluctuates. So the more I did the math the other day, the most that I can actually risk on an options trade is gonna be no more than 3 to 500. Because at that point, I'm only gonna be losing, if anything, I'm gonna be losing like 50% of it, which is gonna be $200, which that's exactly how much money I lose per losing trade. So I really don't mind doing that. So options, I would definitely suggest you not to do it for now. Focus on this. But if you're ever gonna do it, bro, if anything, go in at least with your account size, depending on how much your account size is gonna be. Go in with no more than $100 to $200.
Nah, yeah, I took out 8 grand from Robinhood, and I only kept like 200, 300 bucks there just for like stocks I'm holding long term and stuff like that. Because honestly, like options compared to this, it's like day and night.
I know, bro. You're pretty much, bro. I'm telling you, with this, I don't see no difference when it comes to the percentage winners, bro. Because this moves as crazy as options on a daily basis. Trust me, this shit does move like insane. And also you're not risking a lot. So in essence, it's a win-win-win case scenario, bro. Let me show you my My broker, bro. Mind you, bro, I've been on a losing streak for the past week, 2 weeks. But bro, I grew this account from $15,000. I have a video on how I did it. $15,000 all the way to almost $50,000 back in June, and then from there I took profit. But yeah, mind you, I've been on a losing streak for the past week and a half and whatnot. But this is just so you can see right here. This is exactly what I'm playing right now. So I have some trades. The most that I have right now is in NVIDIA. I went in June and I already took some profits. I'm still up 68%. I went in, bro. I went in with like I think it was $7,000. I already traded my shit ton, but I'm still up 68%, and it was a straight up just shares as you can see. Sapphire has been fluctuating, but I'm in with Sapphire at 14 with 14,000 dollars. That's like 183 shares. CYTC, I'm in with 3,500. And that's the thing, bro. Every single one of this, if I lose, I'm only gonna be able to lose $200. And you got, bro, you got Sapphire right here with 14,000. You might be thinking that I'm losing a lot, but I'm the most that I'm gonna be able to lose in this one is like 200. Yeah, so everything fluctuates depending on the time that I enter. Because depending, I'll show you what that means. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Let me show you now. Let's see, bro. Nothing's fucking loaded. Okay, ONDS, bro. I took this motherfucker. I definitely made a shit ton of money with ONDS as well back in June, but it stopped me out. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on, bro. This is never acts dumb like this. GH, bro. GH. Me and one of my students, we made a shit ton of money with GH. FORM is another one that we made money, but this is not loading. I really don't know why. RGI, no. That is. Let me see. Say. Yeah, bro. I mean, I wish I can show you more stocks, but for some reason they're not really loading. I don't know what's going on.
It might, it might just be the area that you're in. It's happened to me before, where like just because of like networks being down and stuff like that, or like my stuff starts to like tweak out and stuff.
Yeah, this is not loading, bro. It's the first time this has happened to me. Fuck it. You know what? I think that now I can go and enter on Trading View. Let's see if I go in Trading View. So I'm in Trading View, bro. I barely use this when it comes to mapping everything and putting everything into charts. So let's see, super charts. Okay, I guess it works. Okay, fuck it, it's working. Okay, so let's go and check. Um, let's go and check, bro. This one I made a good 40%. Fuck, now gotta add the EMAs, indicators, SMA, simple moving average. One, two, three. Okay, I'm only allowed to use two. Okay, so let's do a 10 SMA style. Let's do this as pro. Okay, we got the 10 SMA. Now let's do the. This one's gonna be blue one. Is gonna be the 21 SMA. Now let's add one more, and it's gonna be the 200 SMA. Well, I can only add two indicators. Okay, fuck it. I guess we're gonna run this shit with only two indicators. Okay, bro. Look, with this one, it's the same thing. So with this one is it's I'm telling you, I don't even know what most of these fucking stocks do. All I know is that it's gonna blow up, and I just put my money in. So with this one, I'm gonna show you exactly how it works. And now, how can I zoom in? Okay, I guess like this. Bro, so this one I took two trades. So my first one was on this day right here, right? This day. Now, the reason why I took it on this day is because, of course, we made the massive move all the way from the bottom right here to the top. Then the second thing is that we have the 10, 21. Of course, we had the 15, 200. I just cannot add it. It was all stacked up on top of each other. Imagine we're still in the daily time frame. Last thing, it was on this day, as you can see right here, this volume, including this volume on the second day, I actually added two positions. This two volume, this volumes right here are buying volumes, are way greater than the other day. So I said, fuck it. I went in right here, and then I was up like a good amount on the second day, and then we came back on the last day, and bro, guess what? Bro, look at this volume on this day right here when we retrace back to the 10.
It's huge.
Crazy volume. So, bro, I'm telling you, this and this day I put in like $10,000 back again, and I was still only risking like $190 with $10,000, which is nuts. And then we shot up like a good 30, 40% all the way to the top. I took profits along the way. And then this is the thing: you actually never wanna sell all of your shares unless it breaks the 10. Unless it breaks the 10 SMA and we close under the 10. So, for example, on this day, we actually broke under the 10 SMA and we closed under the 10, meaning that by the time the market opened closed, we actually, of course, we actually were under the 10 simple moving average. So at that point, I said, fuck it, I closed it because, bro, look, 9 times out of 10 was going to happen. We're just going to bleed back down to the downside. And that's exactly what happened. Even to this day, we're still going down. And at this point, we are pretty much just securing our profits, and that is pretty much it. We forget about the stock, about the trade, because at this point the trade is invalid once we finally have broke the 10 SMA and we closed under the 10. So I took it all the way from this day to this day. That's like a good 20%. But in reality, once it was all the way at the top, I was still taking profits. Because remember, we take profits on 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and it was a 10. But once we actually have finally broken the 10 SMA, that's when we actually sell everything and we forget about the stock itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at that point, like you already took profits, right?
Oh no, yeah, yeah. So the rest of
Yeah.
it that's running shouldn't be a lot, but still, you want to secure your profits because at the end of the day, mind you, look, let me go back. At the end of the day, once we break the 10, you see how we just flush. Same thing with this one, we just flush.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I definitely don't want to be part of. Another one that I took that it was a massive one. Which one it was? So it was RGTI, it was Iron. This one right here, bro. I'm telling you, this wasn't crazy. Bro, look at this. I took this whole move, bro. And guess where I took it at? Let me see if I can have a good trend line. Oh, right here. Guess where I took it at?
Where right there where you had the little the thing right there with the volume.
Bro, nah, not this day, bro. Even on this day, bro, I took it way before this. Bro, I took it. Let me put it like this. Let me just make sure. There you go. Bro, this was a 250, 260% trade. How can I fucking oh there you go. Bro, I took it on this day right here, right there. After we broke this day. Like we took it at
It's
twenty
no.
dollars and we rode it all the way up to $72 and we finally closed it up on this day at $60. Cause then after that you see how it just flushes. Even if it recovers, we're just gonna flush regardless all the way back down. So that's why as soon as we break the 10, we just said fuck it and that's it. And it's the same principle, bro. We have made a huge move to the top. After the move, let me just make this a little bit bigger. After the move, what happened was we rejected this line at 2106. We came back down. We rejected this line 2106. We came back down. And once we broke it, bro, look at this volume right here. It's way greater than the other days right here. And this is a buying volume. And we're breaking structure. That's how it gave me more confidence and more credibility for me to go long. And my stop loss, it's at the low of the day, which is gonna be here. Let me just see if I can put a box. No, 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 no. There you go. I hope that this is the one. Nope, not even. Well, fuck it, whatever. So my stop loss is gonna be all the way at the low of there, which is gonna be $18. And then after that, bro, look, we took it at 21 after we broke this structure right here. So that's the thing. If you're breaking structure, that's even more credibility for you to go long. But even if you're not breaking structure, as long as you have all of the other three requirements, it's gonna be good for you to take a long. But look right here, after that, it just went up. And then I took another position here this day and then another one the following day. Because look at this volume. Because we already made a huge move up. We came back down. We seen some volume. I took it, and then I took a last one on this day. Same thing, bro. I'm telling you, it's the same strategy. Just keep it simple. We made a huge move to the top. We came back down to the SMA, the 10 SMA. We seen a shit ton of volume this day right here, especially in the hammer candle, which is nuts. Hammer candle on the 10 SMA, and then what? Put your stop loss all the way at the low of the day, and then it shoots back up. And then I finally pretty much just completely sold everything on this candle right here because we finally just completely just broke the 10 SMA, and I said, okay, you know what? This is it. That is it. Because look, after that, even if it recovers, which bro, long term is always gonna go down, always.
Okay.
Yeah. So, bro, I'm telling you, with the screener, you can find stocks like this. All you gotta make sure is that, let me see. All you gotta make sure is that you go and pretty much just go every single one of them. As of right now, bro, these are gonna be the stocks that I'm gonna be actually pretty much going one by one on Monday. I am actually already in CNTA, and CNTA is on my watch list. I took it on Friday, so due to the fact that it's on my watch list, I might re-enter back again because it's still on my watch list. Then we have. Then we have all of this, bro. I just go one by one, and if I find a stock that I like, I just enter, and that is pretty much it, bro.
You, you think you think you can send me the one for the risk calculator?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent it to you in regular messages.
Or the messages?
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I didn't send it to you. Fuck. I sent it to someone else. Okay, fuck it. Whatever. You're right. It wasn't you.
They're
Okay,
probably like,
I sent it to you, bro.
got it.
Perfect. And also this, bro. You already have the screener itself. So, if you want, I'm just gonna take a picture of this. Um, boom. Also that. So that's pretty much it. You have the SMAs, market cap, the change percentage, and the volume, bro. The volume can be anywhere from $1 million. I mean 1 million to like 10 million. But I usually don't. I usually don't add that filter. Yeah, but if anything, bro, if I want to switch it up and I see that the volume works a little bit better, I'll let you know. But this is pretty much the whole strategy, bro. I'm telling you, like, that's simple. And a lot of people overcomplicate it. A lot of people put a bunch of indicators. A lot of people just look at many different time frames, the 10, 15, 20, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly. They don't even know what to do, and they don't know if they should take a trade or not. But I'm telling you, the best thing is going to be risk management with a proper strategy, and after that, bro, just go into every single one of them, and that is pretty much it.
I am, and I really appreciate it. It's pretty understanding. You know.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, bro, if you follow everything, you can definitely 100%. There's no way that you're not gonna be profitable, and there's no way that you're gonna blow up your account with this strategy and following the zero point 0.5 um, risk, bro. You would never blow up your account. That's just never gonna happen.
I am probably the plan for like the rest of the month is probably just paper trading, just to get familiar with Thinkorswim and stuff like that, and like placing the trades and stuff. And then once I get like familiar with it, actually like know how to use it, then that's once I'll load up 15K into my account and actually start doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's actually really smart, bro. I mean, if you're gonna paper trade, yes, definitely paper trade, only for you to get familiar. But do not paper trade thinking that, oh, I need to be profitable before I can actually start dumping money. The reason why I'm telling you that is because that if you're gonna paper trade, just just if you think that you're gonna become profitable and then you can switch to a live account, the reason why that never works and the reason why that didn't work for me, bro, is because when I was paper trading, bro, I was profitable for like 3 months, and then the 4 month once I finally switch out from paper all the way to live, bro, I blew my account of $10,000 in less than a month. Why? Because now I had emotions attached to my money. Paper trading, I just didn't give a fuck because I'm like, what's gonna happen if I lose? Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna go all in. I really don't care. So, so yeah, if you're gonna paper trade, yeah, it's good for you to be for you to become a little bit more knowledgeable with Thinkorswim. But do not paper trade just thinking that I want to make sure that I become profitable before I can switch up. Because in reality, bro, you don't have money attached. I mean, you don't have emotions attached to that money, so you're not gonna feel the true emotions of you going in, going out. All of that.
Nah, yeah, I just want to do it just to get familiar with the app.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and once again, if you have any other questions, bro, yeah, just let me know. But what do you think of the whole thing, bro?
I mean, it's honestly, it's really. I never seen nothing like it. Like everybody always just talks about like options and futures and stuff like that. Nobody ever even talks. Like I'm pretty sure people do, but with the whole like what's more popular, I guess you could say. And I feel like that's a trap for younger people or people that are just trying to like live the dream. I guess people are like, oh, like do options, do this, do that. And I think in total I've lost like a good like six 6 grand in options so far, and then keep in mind
Yeah,
for 3 months.
yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I've lost over $150,000 in options.
Damn.
Yeah, in the past 4 months. But also, bro, one last thing that I forgot to tell you. Um, okay, we are finally back in. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I can show you. So whenever you're gonna go into a trade, um, I actually didn't explain that because this shit, the 1 minute, it was actually fucked up. But let me just show you. Okay, perfect. Now we're working. Perfect, perfect. This is what I like, bro. So you see CNT, bro. I went into CNTA on Friday. Let's see how much money. My bad, not Friday. I think Wednesday. Just so you can see that I'm not playing. CNTA. I'm up 0.82%, and I went in with $3,700, right?
Hmm.
And look, let me just show you. And bro, you would never lose premium on this one, bro. I went in on 13 this day, right?
Hmm.
Bro, the reason why I went in, first of all, is the same concept, just so you can see live how it works. So you can see that I'm actually doing what I'm telling you. Look, so first of all, huge bro, CNTA just for some reason appeared on my watch list. I looked it up. I seen that it had a huge move up to the upside. And then after that, okay, I said, check, that's good, bro. I'm telling you, once you have done this 100 different times, this is gonna become second nature. Yeah, at one point, you're not gonna spend 10 minutes just trying to see if it's an uptrend, trying to look at it now, bro. At one point, it's just gonna take you 2 seconds. Boom, okay, I like it. I'm gonna go in. So, but I'm explaining to you. We have made a huge move up to the upside. After that, we see the SMA stuck up in order. I liked it. Last thing, it was that we actually came in with a shit ton of volume on the look at this volume. You see this volume?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm telling you, that volume already, it's way greater than the other ones. I said, fuck it, I'm in. And plus, we broke structure on this day, which it was 25.46. We broke it with a shit ton of volume and bouncing at the 10. Bro, all of that, it's an A plus 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 setup. So I said, fuck it, I'm in. Now, I went in on this day. And the reason why, I'm going to show you exactly how I went in just so you can have a perception on everything. So I went in on this day, and this right here is gonna be my stop, the low of the day, and I'm gonna go in into the to that day so you can see exactly how I played it out. Let me switch that to red, and let me okay, boom, perfect. Okay, it's this day right here. So once we have made the huge move up to the upside, what it looks to see is gonna be the following. Let me get rid of the view up so you can see. Load up, remove those settings. Okay, look. So once we're gonna be opening up, right? What I want
Yeah.
to see, what I want to see is the following. I want to see the first 1 minute candle, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, once the first minute a 1 minute candle has formed, the next thing is gonna be that we actually break and hold the 1 minute candle. And then that's when we enter and we set up our stop all the way at the low of day. In this case right here, when we opened, I was looking at the 1 minute candle. It was this one. As you can see right here, I put my line so we can see if we were in the breaker, right? We broke it right here, but I didn't like the way that we were holding. And of course, it came back down, so I didn't go in. And then once we officially broke that line and we actually held that line, that's when I went in. In this case, it was right here. So we broke it, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? Let me just make it a bit bigger. So now we actually broke that line. We broke the 1 minute candle opening range, as you can see on this candle. You see it?
Yeah.
So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your calculator. I'm telling you, but this is exactly what I do. Let me go and get the calculator. So what I'm gonna do is, you see this?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as we broke it, I'm gonna put in the price on the calculator. In this case, it's gonna be 26.31. So okay, so I know that we broke it, so I'm gonna put 26.31. Stop loss is gonna be all the way at the low of day. In this case, as you can see right here, I already have the line at the low of day. This right here is gonna be the low of day. In this case, it's gonna be 25.47. 25.47, and just calculate. And based out of that, bro, I can go in with pretty much $2,000. And when based out of a $15,000 account, you're only gonna be losing $75 if you lose. But if you win, you're gonna be making way more than that, bro. I already did the math with $5,000, so you can only imagine with $2,000 how much money you could potentially make. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And then after that, look, let me just show you exactly how that played out. Let me just put this all the way to the side. Give me a second. Let me open the door for my cat. No, no. Okay, so now on the 1 minute time frame, as you can see, bro, we never came back down to the stop loss. As you can see, look, boom. We're just gonna look at the next day, which this was Thursday, and look at Friday. Friday we just blew up, as you can see. You see it?
Yeah.
And we're still going. So we're not even taking profits. And this is the daily, and this right here is going to be the 1 minute. And now that was, but I'm telling you, that's exactly what I do every time I see a trade, every time I see the proper setup, and I just send it. There's pretty much nothing else, bro. I show you pretty much everything.
Nah, yeah. That calculator is in that like I never seen nothing like that.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, with me, before I become profitable, I was also thinking about a calculator and something that was gonna give me the edge for me to not lose a lot of money. Once I found out a calculator like that, I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, and it's common sense, bro. Like, all you gotta do is just do the math on everything and 0.5%, and then after that, you actually find out with how much buying power you can go in or you can come out. But that is pretty much it, bro. Everything's just a mathematical equation. So meaning that it's statistically proven, bro, it's gonna take you a long time for you to actually blow up your account, and that's with every singular trade being a losing trade. And once again, it's statistically proven. You're never gonna lose forever. At least you're gonna catch a one, two, maybe three, maybe even 4 or 5 trades are gonna be winners. So once again, everything's just a mathematical equation, and it's set up for you not to blow up your account.
Nah, yeah, I'm definitely starting Monday. Actually, tomorrow I'm gonna just like probably like look into it, start looking into the stocks and whatnot. And on Monday, definitely go on paper trades just to get familiar with the with Thinkorswim and stuff.
Yeah, and also, bro, do not forget to set up your stop loss. So every time you go into a trade, immediately, bro, set up your stop loss. I'm not saying because immediately that shit's just gonna go down. Just in case, bro, because this stocks actually they move fast, and the last thing that you want is for you to actually have a losing trade, and the last thing that you want is for you to not set up your stop loss and actually lose more than you were hoping for. You know.
Nah, yeah.
But yeah, brother. I mean, that is pretty much it. Also, yeah, start paper trading, and once you actually feel comfortable, let me know, and you can pretty much Let me know if you have time because the stock market opens 8:30 Central Time. You can start trading with me and my students, bro. We can all pretty much trade in the morning. I mean, we're already doing it, but if you're down for it, let me know, and I can add you to the list. We can start trading all of us together. So yeah, it's pretty much kind of like a conjunction of all of us looking at trades and going in into the same
Ah,
trades.
yeah, yeah. I definitely, yeah. I'm interested in that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, bro, before we end this, now that this is working, let me show you this massive trades that we took. Bro, this shit blew up. Bro, this shit blew up 50% in a day. Oh, bro, look, you see this right here?
Mm, yeah.
Ah, bro, look, this right here is the trade that we took. Bro, look, this is how much we were risking and this is how much we won. And we actually cut this trade. Bro, we finally cut everything on this day because we were breaking under the 10. But look, so you can see that we're not actually lying. Bro, we took this from here all the way to the top, and it's the same concept. Same concept, bro. Same concept. Nothing changes, bro. Look, we made a huge move up to the upside. There, all the AMAs are stacked up, and then after that, we retraced back to the 10. And this was on my watch list. So I'm telling you, as soon as I open my watch list, this is what I seen. I just seen. Ah, fuck. Okay, forget about this one. This was the last candle that I see, and as soon as the market opened, this candle was forming, and then a shit ton of volume started to come in. We were breaking 73.08, so we went in, and the next morning we opened up at 92%. I mean, not $92, and then it kept going up. And then, of course, we finally broke the 10, and that's when we cut our losses. But I'm telling you, that's the whole strategy. There's nothing else.
Mm. Nah, yeah, man. I roll it all down. I got it step by step. With the SMAs, the break structure.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, if you need any other help, bro, let me know. I'll be here for you. And yeah, we'll run it, bro, after that and see how everything goes.
I am really looking forward for Monday, man. Once market open.
Bro, that's exactly the mentality that you gotta have. The mentality that Monday mornings you're actually excited for it, and then I'm not saying that Fridays were like somewhat like a little bit down, but it's not really exciting when Friday comes around because they're like, "Fuck, the stock market pretty much is gonna be closed for the next 3 days. What the fuck are we gonna do?"
Now, yeah, what if I what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna sleep through Saturday and Sunday. I don't even have to feel that feeling. I'll just sleep through them.
Nah, bro, they're all good, bro.